I would love to know who is here. Say hello in the chat. My name is Jen, and today we're going to do a little Qigong and a little meditation and a little breath practice. And everything we're doing today is about trusting the inner wisdom. So what I've been thinking about a lot is, what we want and what we think we want, right? Is not necessarily what we really want. What we think we want sometimes comes from the external. It sometimes comes from the pressures from others, that kind of thing. So when we take time to, as we're moving and doing this meditation and doing this breath work today, to really listen to what we want to feel and what we want to create in the world, that's going to be more fulfilling than what we want to consume and what we want to accumulate and what we're told that we need. So anyway, so that's the intention. So I want you to think about what you want to create and feel, what you want to feel in your body, what you want to feel in terms of your energy, and what you want to create in your life. Okay, so we're just going to ask the inner wisdom today. That's the goal. And on a practical level, this is a very accessible practice. Doesn't matter what experience you have or don't have. It doesn't matter if you have aches and pains, these kinds of things. Everything that we're going to do can be modified. Everything that we're going to do can be done from a chair or from a seated position on the ground the entire time. So I'll offer modifications as I can and just listen to your body. Again, your inner wisdom, what you want to feel, what feels good to you. That's what we want to focus on. All right, let's see. Hi, Dietrich. Very good to see you. Donna, Julie, Margie. Hello, everyone. So I too am in Ohio. I'm in central Ohio, and it is dark and it is cold and it is the perfect time to go within. So let's do that together today. We're going to start by just finding a nice cozy position on the ground or in a chair with a nice straight spine. And today we're going to be doing a lot of sort of circular movements just to kind of unwind the body. So again, really focus on what your body wants and make the movements as small or as big as they need to be for you, okay? Some of them might be a little bit challenging to do in the full expression if it's your first time, and that's absolutely okay. All right. Hello, Alma, Antonia. It's so good to see everyone. Okay, so let's go ahead and find that position and just kind of rock your body right to left, forward and back a little bit, finding that optimal posture. Our hands are nice and soft, just resting on our knees, over our thighs. We're going to close our eyes and just gently fall into the body. Allow the busy brain a little break. And just listen to where the body is today, where the energy is today. Notice how you feel, honestly. And take a moment to do a brief scan from the very crown of the head all the way down the face, the back of the head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the torso, the belly, the hips, the legs, and the feet. Just notice any areas of tension and also notice any areas of ease. Begin to focus now on the breath, the natural cadence of the breath. But as you breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose, notice the temperature of the breath, the slightly cooler breath that comes in and the warmer breath that comes out. And notice the way that the body responds to the breath. Notice what moves in the body as you breathe in, how and where it expands, and what you release when you exhale. Sitting tall, but relaxed, softening down through any areas of tension now, and just giving yourself permission to be here completely for this practice, to listen to your body's wisdom. We're going to bring all of our attention to the lower belly area. This is called the lower dantian, and you can bring your hand to the lower belly, just below the navel point, and we're going to breathe here a little bit deeper, nice and slow, letting the belly expand, the side body expand, the back body expand, and then gently release. Couple more breaths like this. Really puff out that belly. Nothing too forced. Just a nice deep breath, like you're charging up this energy center. As you breathe here, if you're a visual person, you can imagine a light just kind of lighting up here at the lower belly, right at the center of you. Next time you breathe into the belly, let the belly expand, the back body expand, and then breathe into the lungs and really feel that chest expand. Feel the chest expand all the way to the top. And then as you exhale, exhale chest to belly. Couple breaths like that. Inhale, belly to chest. Even the collarbones expand. And then exhale, top to bottom. Nice, deep, even breaths. Feel it like a rhythm or a wave in the body. Really allow yourself to slow down here, to really focus on the breath. One more, nice and deep. Let the belly expand, the chest get broader. Let the collarbones expand, and then exhale from the top all the way to the bottom, releasing every little bit of air, pulling the navel in just a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of spiraling movements today, and so we need to do some warm-up. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do something a little bit different with the wrists. If you practice with me normally. So we're just going to let these beautiful wrist circles happen one over the other. And then as you do this, you're going to try to bring the fingers together and apart as they move. So this is a little bit of a brain exercise too when we do it this way. And to confuse you even more, let's reverse the direction here. Now notice if you're having to concentrate on this, especially if you're bringing your fingers together and then expanding them, notice if you're still breathing. Try to focus on continuing to breathe. You can always slow down the movement. Let's reverse the direction one more time. Both ways. See if it's a little bit easier. And reverse. So releasing tension in the wrists. Opening up the joints, opening up the hands, and release. Go ahead and shake out the hands a little bit. All right, so now we're going to work on the elbows a little bit. So we're just going to make these beautiful circles. And as you do this, you're really bringing your palms down and then up. And then we'll reverse the direction just a couple ways, couple times, one way. And then from here, what we're going to do, and actually, I think I'll stand for this. So you can stand if you like, but you can also stay seated. We're going to do some pretty big shoulder rolls here. And I want you to see the full range of motion here. Okay. So if you're standing with me, feet about hips distance apart. And what we're going to do is we're just going to be rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. But as we do that, we're extending the arms out. So the forearms are like twisting out and coming back. So it's this full arm movement. And we're really opening up the shoulders, opening up the chest, focusing on that heart area, the lung area. Also up here, right around the collarbones, where we can hold a lot of tension in both the chest and the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to reverse that. So we're going to bring the arms in, bring the shoulders forward. So you can see that the hands are facing out when I get all the way to that full expression. A couple times this way. This is kind of a big movement for the shoulders, so you might notice a little bit of tension. I have a little bit of tension in my right shoulder today, but this is really good for kind of unwinding the body. All right, so we're going to go back a couple more times just so we end with a nice heart opener. And then we're going to strip the shoulders up and lamb fall. And we'll just do that a couple times. You can do this at whatever pace you want to. Just release through the shoulders. You can let the head tilt one way and then the other. And then find stillness, find steadiness. And if you like, you can go ahead and join me standing. We're going to do a few standing series, and you're just going to focus on the upper body. You can do it from whatever seated position you want. You can have your legs out in front of you. You can have them crossed, or you can, again, be in a chair. If you're in a chair, you might have to scoot forward a little bit. So what we're going to do is a little spine awakener here. So we're going to open up, and we have nice wide fingers today. We're opening up the heart. We're looking up if that feels okay for the neck. And when we exhale, we're going to bring in a little breath here. When we exhale, we're going to exhale through the teeth, like shh. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale shh. So we're inhaling. We're curling the body in, bending the knees if we're standing, letting the head weight fall. So inhale. Really deep spine opener. If it feels okay for your body, as you exhale, really exhale everything out. When you pull the navel to the spine a little bit. Couple more. The last one, see if you can make it a little bit bigger. Just expand a little bit more. Tighten into that little cocoon. Release all the air from the body. And then let the arms just fall down. Let them be nice and loose. And this slowly begins to roll up. And the head is the last thing to come up. Take your time. Take a moment. Beautiful job. We're going to let the arms float up to the sides, nice and slow, like they're on marionette strings, coming all the way up overhead and down the center line of the body. Beautiful job. All right, so from here, we're going to do even more twirly movements. So we're going to start with a little teacup exercise here. So it's like we're holding a little teacup full of hot tea, and we don't want to spill it, but we're going to be doing some difficult things. So we're going to bring the hand in, just kind of brushing along the ribs, coming over and then over the head. And you notice my body's just naturally kind of moving with the arm movement. Now, this is a big movement. So this is what I'm talking about when I say listen to your body. If you can only make this a small movement, or you can't keep the hand straight up, that's fine. Just do the best you can. You'll notice that we're starting to really unwind through the shoulders, unwind through the arms. This is really good for the fascia. In fact, in a lot of physical therapy, it's very similar to nerve flossing. A couple more times, and then you probably guessed we're going to reverse the direction. So we're coming forward overhead and then forward, just kind of grazing the roots. Letting that body just move as it does. Letting the arm guide, trying to keep the palm up best you can. And we're going to do one more and go to the other side. So end where we started. Shake out the hand, shake out the arm, and we'll come to the other side. So holding that T, imagining that T, letting the body just move naturally as we go back and back. Back and back. This is a really, really good one, not just for working the body and how unwinding tensions in the body and these patterns that we get in the body that kind of keep us stuck, keep us getting sore in the same places. But it's also really good for the brain because you have to focus. All right, so we're going to reverse the direction and we're going to go forward and forward. Trying not to spill that tea. Breathe through this. Always notice where you stop breathing. It's such a huge life hack to be able to breathe through anything that feels a little bit challenging or difficult. Remembering to breathe. That's conscious breathing. It's the jam. One more time. All the way through. And we'll end up where we started, shaking out the hand, shaking out the arm, shaking out the arms. So this should actually feel a little bit easy compared to the one arm. But what we're going to do is it's going to be like we have 2 teacups and we're just going to go overhead and then under, making this like figure 8. And again, letting the body just kind of move. And if I said this is easy and it's harder for you, just, hey, all of our bodies are different. I personally find this a little bit easier just because the coordination is a little easier for me. So we're making this figure 8, trying to keep the palms up, going overhead in front of the body and around right in front of the hips. And then we're going to reverse the direction. You notice that you're having to move your hips here. So you're also getting a little bit of opening through the hips. Even if you're seated, you're getting a little opening through that mid-body. 2 more. Go ahead and pause and release the arms down. We're going to go ahead and pull down the sky. Arms just float up all the way up, overhead, and down the center line of the body. Nice and smooth. And shake your arms out a little bit. Maybe shake out one leg and then the other is actually much easier if you're seated. And then go ahead and just begin to shake the whole body. So once again, let those shoulders bounce. Let the arms just be nice and loose. Like wet noodles, just let them go. Release any tension. Notice if they're a little bit less tense after that sort of nerve flossy movement. It's called silk reeling in Qigong. And just find a nice little bounce through the knees. And now just move however your body wants you to move. So we're here for about 15 more seconds. Go ahead and allow your body to move vigorously. You can bring your arms up overhead. You can bob the head. You can move side to side, whatever works for you. Just shake out the body, shake out any tension that you need to release. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and then slow it down. Slow it down. Keep moving and take your time to find stillness, find steadiness, arms out away from the body. And just begin to breathe, feel that pulse of energy through the body. . Beautiful. Bringing the arms up. All the way over the hips. And down. All right, so we're going to do another little breathing exercise with the movement here. So this is HA ha with the exhale through the mouth. We're inhaling through the nose. So we did this yesterday, if you were with me yesterday. So it's like we're going to grab the air. And if you want today and you're standing and you have the balance, you can even lift up onto the balls of your feet a little bit, grabbing the air, inhaling deeply, and then exhaling. And it's like you're throwing something away behind you. And we're going to do that 10 times. So find your version of it. You can also make this bigger by grabbing up and then letting the whole torso fall down. Okay, so find what works for you. Inhale. Really throw it away. And on your last one, just let the body hang forward. Just begin to sway a little bit. And then really slowly just begin to curl up, finding a straight spine. No hurry at all. Take your time. Arms out away from body. Beautiful. A little bit more twisting movement here. So you can find maybe a slightly wiring stance here. We're going to let the arms come out to the side. And it's like they're just kind of falling up and then falling down. And it's like we're tossing a ball in the air. So inhale up. And this time it's like we're blowing out a candle. So inhale through the nose, exhale, cheeks puff out. Okay? Inhale. This is called scattering the chi. Chi is energy. And notice I'm really twisting at the waist, so I'm keeping my hips forward. We're finding a little twist through that mid-body, waking up a little bit. This helps with digestion. We're releasing heat from the body with this exhale. Let the exhale come from the lower belly. Really release. Keep going. Couple more. One more each side. And release down. Nice. All right. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of a shift in the energy at this point. We're going to do only one deep squat today. We did quite a few yesterday, so I promise there's only one today. So if you're standing, see if you can hang with it for a little bit. So our feet are wide and we're squatting down into horse stance. And we did this yesterday. It's like we're going to hug a tree here. Our fingers almost touching, soft through the elbows, soft through the shoulders. See if you can squat a little bit lower, keeping all four corners of the feet grounding down. And we're going to slowly turn all the way to one side and then pull back like you're pulling back a bow and arrow. Index finger and thumb out. And really stretch through the heart. Sink down a little bit more. Look over that index finger. Continue to breathe. And then come back to center. We're only doing this 2 times both ways. So twisting all the way. Finding that twist through the mid-body. Pulling back. Feeling that opening. And come back. Continuing to breathe. Notice if you stop breathing. Breathe through. Feel the groundedness through the feet. Last one. Focus on that index finger just above. See your goals. See what you want to pull in. And then release back to center. When you pull in, go ahead and step in and shake out your legs. Release any tension in those legs. Thank them for a little bit of work. Beautiful. Now we're going to open up. And we're just going to like grabbing what we need to grab. Pulling it into the heart. And as we pull it in, we lean back a little bit. And we're going to do a couple of those together. So just coming forward, pulling in. Let the breath be soft but deep. And just notice your body here. These gentle movements are really, really medicinal because we're really feeling in through the body in a more conscious way. This is a moving meditation. This is the perfect practice for those of us who maybe struggle with the seated meditations at times, because we are moving and there's a little bit more stimulation happening, but we can really fall into the movement and still find that same focus, that same concentration. One more time. Really expand. Come forward. Grab what you need to grab. Put it in toward the heart. Go back a little bit. Go ahead and press into the sternum. Straighten up. You might feel your heart beat. And then release that. Allow your arms to float on all the way up overhead and pull down the sky. And when you pull down the sky, notice what you feel through the palms. Let it be a steady, slow movement. Okay, so what we're going to do is, if you're standing, just focus on the upper body. If you're seated, we're finding like a little ball of chi here. We're gonna go ahead and just begin to pulse the hands right in front of the lower belly. You can pulse them a little bit slower, or a little bit faster. You can just kind of play with this idea of a ball of energy here, right at the lower belly. Moving it around whatever way makes sense for you. And really what we're doing is we're just feeling in between the palms. We're feeling in between the fingertips, and we're just noticing the sensation there. Everything is energy. We just need to focus. And by focusing, right, we can start to get into this really beautiful place where we can listen a little bit deeper to the body. All right, so we're going to go ahead and slow this down, moving the fingers toward each other in a way. Then we're going to begin to smooth out, get a little bit taller, bringing the arms out. And bend the knees slightly as they come in. Backs of hands come up to the heart, pushing forward and away. Coming out behind the body. So this is a little bit of a stretch through the chest. And then the palms come up. We're scooping down, up to the heart, pressing into the sternum, taking a breath, and then releasing down. And pulsing again. We're going to do that a couple more times. So we're going to smooth out to the side, get a little bit taller, soft through the fingers, coming back in, backs of hands, knee, don't touch, coming all the way up to the heart, pushing forward like you're pushing forward that heart-focused energy of connection, openness, love, coming back behind, scooping down, up, and then pressing into the sternum gently, taking a breath, releasing down. On pulse. And smooth out, get taller, get wider, Bringing the hands in, really focus like you're zipping up the energy here, going up to the heart, pushing forward, out, palms back, and then scoop down and up to the heart. Release down 2 more times. Pulse. Soft through the hands. See if you can go deeper into the movement now. Smooth out. Stand taller. Soften everything to the center. Pull up. Push forward. Soften through the fingers. Coming all the way back. Stretch through the chest. Scoot down and up. And press into the center. Release down last time. Pulse, really intentional. Smooth out. Backs of hands come in. Gently push forward. Come out. Feel the whole body moving together. This flow, scooping down, coming in, pressing into the heart, and releasing down. Pull down the sky, arms up when you get halfway, and then gently pull down. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to have one hand on top of the other. It's like we're rolling a big ball right here. That's about the size of the heart to the lower belly area. And we're just going to find one hand over the other. And to pulse a little bit. Soften through the fingers. And we're going to step out toward the direction of the hand that is on the bottom. And we're going to turn the body, lifting the arm up, and it's like we're throwing a frisbee here behind us. Taking a breath, feeling that stretch. Coming back, and when we come back, we step in and bring the opposite hand on top. Step out, coming back, up overhead, twist, look out over that back arm. Coming back in. Opposite arm on top. So if you're seated, just focus on the twisting movement, the upper body. You can also tilt your body in the direction. And this is a little bit of a difficult one if you're standing and you're adding that step in. So just be patient with yourself. Let the step be as small as it needs to be. Let the twist be as small as it needs to be. Remembering that the bottom hand becomes the top hand as you move from side to side. And as you get a little bit more familiar with the movement, you can start to let it be a little bit more of a flow. Top hand goes up overhead, bottom hand comes behind. Just gently stepping out. Bring your foot back in. We're just going to do this a few more rounds. Be patient with yourself and just be open to the movement. I think when I first started doing this one, I just did the arms. Found it a little bit harder to coordinate with the legs. So do what makes sense for you. One more time, both weights. Breathe through. Really expand. Coming back to center. Rolling the ball, rolling the ball. And we're going to go ahead and move directly into a beautiful movement called separating heaven and earth, where we push up and push down, finding a little bit of stretch at the full expression of the pose, coming back in, and we're softening everything down, bending the knees slightly, fingertips almost touching at the center, and then pushing up, pushing down, base of the palm really pushing, coming back into the center. So let the body get softer, closer to the core as you come in, and your hands meet at the heart. And let it get nice and expansive as you stretch. Feel the groundedness through the bottom of the palm. Feel the connection through the upper palm to the sky above. A couple more times. Like you could reach the clouds, really pushing up and pushing down, connecting to the earth. So we'll go one more round after this. Go at your own pace, soften everything in. And when we do the last round, just see if you can do it as intentionally and consciously as possible. Breathing through. And then bring both hands up when you get there. And we're just gonna, like we're holding something above our head, we're just going to pulse up. And soften everything down. If you're standing, bend your knees. Hands come toward the head. Just a couple times like this. Soft through the fingers, soft through the hands. Don't hold any tension there. As you come down, exhale, come up, expand out. And we're going to bend forward, and it's like we're gathering now from the earth. So we're pulling up, pushing up, expanding out. 4 more like this. Scoop up from the ground, come over as much as you can, come forward if you're seated, up, expand out. Nice deep breath here. And when you hit your final one, just really focus on the movement. Sometimes when we know we're on the final one, we speed up. See if you can slow down. Focus on the nuance of the movement and expand out. Coming back to center. And we're going to shake the legs out a little bit, and we're going to do something very similar to what we did in the beginning. We're just going to find a nice little bounce, a nice little shake, but this is a little bit more gentle. So just let the hands go, let the arms go, find a little bounce through the knees. Maybe lifting the heels slightly and letting them fall. And just releasing and moving the energy we created in the body. And let's slow that down. Last time, pull down the sky. All right, like we did yesterday, this is a little bit challenging for balance. We're going to bring our feet together. We're going to bring one hand on top of the other, pressing into the lower belly. And just let the body go. See if you can just let it sway the way it wants to sway. This can demand quite a bit of trust that your body will find its equilibrium. So just trust that. Notice how it naturally just kind of bends and sways like a bamboo. And if you want here, you can either close your eyes. Feeling into the natural flow. Your body's ability to naturally find equilibrium. Focus on that center. And then gently release the hands down, step out. Beautiful job. So now we're going to come back to seated position if you're not already there. Hey. It's finally a little bit lighter in here. It's so dark here. All right, so we're going to do a little self-massage just because it's the best. So we're going to rub our palms together. Feel it like feet going. And we're going to dry wash the hands. So it's like we're washing the hands without water. And get the wrists in there. The palms together again. And if you want, you can play a little bit here by pulling them apart just a little bit. Pulsing. Filling into the little pulses through the fingers and through the palms. And then we're going to take these fingers and we're just going to tap, tap, tap all along the forehead. Gently along the temples and below the eyes. On the cheeks. You can smile here. You can open and close your jaw, moving around. Go a little bit more vigorous around the jaw. Then we're going to take our index finger and we're going to make it into this beautiful little massaging machine. So we're going to bring the thumb to the temple, gently rest it there. And we're going to start at the center of the brow, just above the brow. And we're just going to gently pull over. You can do this at the same time on both sides. Just a couple times. Tap down the neck, down collarbones, around the collarbones, tap along the chest. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale. Go ahead and find gentle fists and really pound on the chest. Nothing crazy, but stimulate the area. Take really deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Really going for it today. Inhale deep. Last one. Deep, 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 deep. Oh, now take one fist and find the opposite shoulder. Tap on that shoulder. You can go ahead and turn the head a little bit to release a little bit more tension here, if you have any. And then slap down the inside of the arm. Clap for yourself. Come up the outside of the arm 2 more times. Really clap for yourself. Doing its practice, showing up. If you're in my hemisphere, early in the morning. And then lift the arm up, come down the side body 3 times. And we're only going down. Beautiful. All that on the other side. So gentle fist, knock on the shoulder. Release that tension. Move it around wherever you need to move it around to. Move your head around wherever you need to move your head. Start to breathe a little bit deeper here, especially if you have some tension in the shoulders. And then open the palm, come down the inside of the arm, clap. Clapping for you. Up the outside of the arm. And lift the arm up, stretch it, and come down the side of the ribs all the way to the hip. Beautiful. Now, we're going to go ahead and slap at the sides of the hips, down the legs, all the way gently on the tops of the feet, and then up the inside. And just kind of knock on the hip bones here. I'm going to do that a few more times. Beautiful. Final thing here, if you're pregnant, don't do this one, okay? We're just going to gently knock down here just below the navel point. Breathing deep. And then we're going to take these hands, we're going to rub them together one more time. And we're going to do a little scalp massage. Do this energetically if you don't want to mess up your hair or you're not able to make contact. We're going to press into the scalp. And we're going to really press and pull the fingers all the way down to the base of the head. And this time push into the back of the neck. Pull forward, hang on the shoulders. Let it go. Start at the sides now. Push in. Give yourself a nice scalp massage. Fingers meet at the center and they trace down. You're pressing into the back of the neck. Neck presses into the fingertips. And then come forward. Hang on the shoulders and come down. A couple more. Choose your own adventure. Find any places that feel really good for you. Releasing tension through the scalp. Pressing into the back of the neck. Last one. Pain on the shoulders. And release. We're going to flick the fingers up. All the way down. And then let the arms just kind of relax down. Palms up. We're going to do a little bit of breathing here together. So go ahead and start to take little strokes of breath in through the nose. So we're going, and that's 4. And then that's 4. So inhale. So we're just kind of segmenting the breath. And as we inhale, try to focus on keeping this not just a chest breath, but making it nice and deep and coming down into the lower belly area. And as you get into the rhythm of it, the 4 on the inhale, the 4 on the exhale, you're going to start to be able to deepen that a little bit more naturally. And you can close your eyes. So we're just here for a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Aim for that belly breath. And you can stay here and keep going with the 4 count, or if you're up to it, maybe try to extend to 6. So inhale to 6 small segmented breaths. And again, don't stay up here in the lungs. See if you can really pull that breath into the belly. Keep going. What's most important here is that equal inhale and equal exhale, that rhythm of the breath. So it doesn't really matter the count. Just do what you can do. Your lung capacity will expand as you do more breath practices. Keep going. So you can keep going, or final challenge here, if you'd like, you can increase it to 8. Really filling the whole body. Keep going. Just a couple more rounds. If you tried 8 and you could do it for a round, but you need to go down to 6, do that. If you need to stay at 4, do that. Just keep going. Focus on the rhythm. Last round, wherever you're at. Is deep inhale, really deep. Sip a little bit more air in through the mouth. Hold it. And then exhale through the nose. Take the 4 more like that. Inhale nice and deep. Sipping a little bit more air through the mouth. Hold it. Straight spine. And then exhale slowly through the nose. Deep, deep, deep. Fill the body with breath. In. And exhale. And as you exhale, really soften through the shoulders. You might feel a little bit of expansion through the collarbones. You're just really expanding the lung capacity here. Last time. Let the breath go back to its normal cadence. We have one more little breath practice to do, really short. Give yourself a moment. Just notice any shifts. Notice how the body's reacting. And the last thing we're going to do is an equal inhale, equal exhale through the nose. So this is into the belly, but it's fast. So it's find your own pace. If yours sounds a little bit more like, that's fine. Find your rhythm. Find your rhythm and fall into that rhythm and keep it going and listen to the body's rhythm. And you're breathing not just into the chest. We're not hyperventilating. We're breathing into the belly. So go at a pace that you can do that. We're only here for a little over a minute. Close your eyes and really get into the rhythm. Have to slow down, feel free. Just focus on what makes sense for you. Deep breath. Just about 30 more seconds here. Equal inhale, equal exhale. Last 15 seconds. Now inhale nice and deep. And exhale through the mouth. 2 more like that. And inhale. Exhale. And exhale, HA. Let the breath go back to its normal cadence. If you need to, go ahead and let the legs just shake out a little bit. Find a nice meditative position. And just feel into your body here. Sit nice and tall, eyes closed, or find something to focus on just in front of you. Let the gaze soften. And just allow, again, a gentle smile to cross your face. And just feel into the energy of the smile, as though the energy of the smile is expanding throughout the entire body. Once again, scanning from the crown of the head down all the way to the toes, nice and slow, and just tuning into the body, how it feels, what it's telling you today. We're going to allow a soft belly breathing as we focus on the lower dantian area, the area below the navel point, right at the center of you. Feeling it light up with the soft breath. And feeling that light now expand to the heart area, very center of the body, expanding back and forward, side to side. Lower belly to heart. And then extending this light up all the way to the head, the very center of the head, the center of the brain. And feel this area lighting up, upper dantian, our self-trust. Trust your wisdom. Now feel this light circulating throughout the body. Again, tuning into that energy of a smile. Feel yourself getting brighter, brighter. So bright. The brightness is expanding beyond your body, all around you, so that it can touch everybody you interact with today. All of the beautiful things that you create and do. Bringing this energy forward and sharing it. Listening to the wisdom of the body. Take a nice deep inhale. And gently exhale each inhale. Blink the eyes open. Wiggle the fingers. Beautiful job, everyone. Day 2. And I am so excited to be here again with you tomorrow. I hope to see you there.